Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got another tea talk video to share with you guys. If you are new to my channel, my tea talk videos are just where I sit and chat to you guys about, nothing in particular. We just catch up. I tell you how I'm doing. In the comments, you tell me how you're doing. We see how things are going just in general. If there's any YouTube community drama, I talk about that. Otherwise, we sit and we have our tea or coffee or wine or grapefruit juice, whatever you want to drink. Today I've got tea. It's been a while since I've actually had tea during a tea talk. I've got if my dog doesn't like you, I won't either mug, because how true is that? It's very true. And in that mug today I have my Mother's Little Helper organic tea from David's Tea. This is my all-time favorite tea. If you have a David's Tea near you, you need to go and check it out. It's so good. It's really minty, citrusy, just has all of the kinds of flavors that are perfect in a tea. And I go through boxes upon boxes of it, and it was actually my daughter who first got me into that tea, kind of by accident. It was Mother's Day. She was out shopping with my husband for Mother's Day gifts, and they went into David's Tea because they know and she picked that up because it had Mother's in the title or the name, and I loved it. So cheers to delicious tea on cloudy days. She's barking right now, or she was a moment ago, and it just reminded me that last night she woke me up in the middle of the night and she was just barking like viciously, like just non-stop for like 2 minutes, and it scared me because she was downstairs and we were upstairs, and I was like, oh my god, do I go down and see what she's barking at? Because I couldn't hear anything from outside or anything. Anyway, so I went downstairs and she was just standing there like just barking at nothing, so I just grabbed her and ran back up the stairs. It's always so creepy. Anyway, what else can we talk about today? Oh yes, today is a overcast sort of day. We've had a really weird summer here this year. Normally it gets really hot and it stays hot for about a month. I know some of you guys who live in warmer climates, you're like, oh, a month, really? That's interesting. But for us, it's a lot. But this year has been unseasonably chilly, which personally I love, but it feels like it's a bad thing, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel right, but we've had some days, we had about a week that was a little uncomfortably warm, but since then, and especially the last week, it hasn't been too warm at all. Which again, I personally love, because I have ice water, that's what runs through my veins, so so I do better in winter. But we also live in a very farmer-centric part of the country. So farming is a big thing here. In fact, my husband, he even works in the agriculture industry. He's not a farmer, but he works in that industry and helps everything run smoothly for the farmers. But he was telling me that even though we've gotten a lot of rain this year, which is good for the farmers, the lack of heat for any length of time is very bad for them. And I guess it's not looking great. Like when you look at our upcoming forecast, there's not a lot of hot sunny days coming up. And I don't know why. Like last year it was so warm. When we were in Ireland, there were days back here that got up to like 40-45 degrees, which for my American friends is like 100 plus, 100, 105, 106, really warm. And so yeah, so I'm very conflicted. I'm happy about the weather for me, but I know it's a bad thing for the community in general. Anyway, cheers. So today on this overcast sort of day, I was looking at some cookie recipes because I just was in the mood to do some baking, and I don't want to go out and have to get the ingredients, so I've been trying to look and find what I can make with what ingredients I have, and that's quite the puzzle. And surprisingly fun to do. So I think I found one. So if I have and I do bake them, I'll insert a clip of them. What are your favorite cookies to bake? Like your sort of go-to, I don't have many ingredients and I don't feel like going to the market cookies. Do you have any of those? Because I don't, but I'm finding some. I'm finding some really interesting ones. There's one, it's like a 4-ingredient cinnamon and cocoa cookie that doesn't even need eggs. I just love that. So yeah. Also this week coming up, my daughter and I and my mom are going into the city to do some back to school shopping. We've got a few things on the go. We got back to school shopping. And then my daughter's birthday is coming up on September 2nd. And she is super picky with the clothes that she'll wear, as teenagers are. And she was sending me a few links to a few pieces of clothes that she'd like to have for her birthday. But as I was getting ready to order it, I was like, no, this is a mistake. I'm gonna take her into the city, take her to the store, get her to try them on first, just because you know how you can like how an item looks on a model, but then when you put it on yourself, it doesn't fit the same way and you don't like how it fits. And she is just, if she doesn't like how it fits, she won't wear it. See, like when I was a kid, I'd just wear it, but not this kid. She's like, and she's very easygoing about a lot of things, but this is not one of them. So I was like, we'll go in, try them on, and then you can leave the store and I can pick a couple from the ones that you've tried on and liked. That way she still has a surprise to open on her birthday. And then one final thing is she's been working. She got a job at the beginning of the summer and she's been working and saving up her paychecks, and she wants to go into the city, and she has 2 things that she's saving up for. The first is a desk. She wants to get a new desk for her room, and then she wants to get a new computer for her room. So we're gonna take her into IKEA and she can take a look around and see if there's a desk there she would like to purchase for herself. I just think it's so cute. She's so proud of herself and saving, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So cheers to saving your money and treating yourself. Okay, before we get out of here, let's talk about what we're all watching. You know I love hearing what you guys are watching and what you've enjoyed. So currently, even though I have, I don't know, 10 series that I want to get started on that are waiting in my list on Netflix, I'm rewatching The Gilmore Girls, which I've mentioned in a previous video. It's just one of those feel-good shows that I always rewatch whenever I just want something nice and simple that I know I'm gonna like. So we're doing that. But there's also a lot of great things coming up. I heard today that season 3 of The Crown is finally coming. That's coming in November. So when that comes, that'll have been like 2 years since season 2, and that's crazy. But I know they're reworking a lot of things, because one of the things that they're doing is, instead of aging up the actors, they're casting new actors every few seasons to play the characters. So like Claire Foy and Matt Smith were the Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip for the first 2 seasons, but now the Queen is going to be played by Olivia Colman, which I absolutely love. And I was a little conflicted at first because I loved Claire Foy in the role, but then as soon as I heard it was Olivia Colman, I was like, okay, we're fine, it's gonna be fine. And then Prince Philip is going to be played by an actor whose name I of course can't remember right now, but he's in Game of Thrones and he's also in Outlander. I can't remember his name, but I think he's going to be a good replacement for Matt Smith, even though I also love Matt Smith, but I can't wait for that. And I think Helena Bonham Carter is taking over the role of Princess Margaret. I'll be interested to see that. What else? Oh, I saw there's a Toni Collette led series, limited series coming to Netflix in September called Unbelievable, which is like a crime drama, which looks really good and really interesting and maybe also very emotional. So if you haven't seen the trailer for that, definitely check that out. What else is going to be coming up soon? I feel like there's something else that I'm not thinking of. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you're watching on Netflix. I would love to know. I also have Amazon Prime. I don't have Hulu because that's not a thing in Canada yet, which is driving me nuts because it seems like there's so many great programs on Hulu. But so for now, we just have Amazon Prime and Netflix. And probably others as well, but those are the two major ones. So anyway, you guys, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. What did you do? Did you go anywhere? Are you a camper? Let me know. I feel like my sister is a camper. My sister and her husband, they love to go camping. They get out there, they're doing it. I myself am not a camper. I do not like to be out there and I do not like to be doing it. So I will go camping if there's a cabin involved, you know, a nice cabin with all the amenities. And then you can open your door and you're out in the woods. That's great. But I don't want to sleep in a tent on the ground. Which is just me. I know a ton of people love it. And honestly, there's a part of me that wishes I loved it because it seems really fun. But I know my sister's done both tents and campers. And I think she loves them both. So that's great. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I will be back on Wednesday with another supernatural sort of video. And until then, I hope you're all doing well. Bye, guys.